Hey, it's Klein here with Controller Club on the PAX West floor for 2025. With Jordan from TetherGeist, we just played the demo, and it was a whole lot of fun. If you don't know TetherGeist, precision platformer, resource management, puzzle platformer, it was a great time, really. Jordan, I want to ask you, big inspirations when it comes to this game. I know in the press release there was names like Celeste evoked and that sort of thing, but how would you describe TetherGeist to somebody who has never seen it before, and what makes you guys different from another precision platformer?
Yeah, great questions. My normal elevator pitch is I use that term, precision platformer. The inspiration behind it, there's a lot of Ori, Super Meat Boy, obviously Celeste is part of that as well. And what differentiates us is our mechanics, our art style, the world building. There's a lot of like Avatar, The Last Airbender influence in it. Hyperlight Drifter style pixel art is what we're going for. And then the mechanics are kind of their own thing. So we started this game 4 years ago for the GMTK Jam 2021, where the theme was joined together. That's where we got the idea of like, you're joined with your spirit, you can move it freely, but you're tethered to it, right? So TetherGeist. And after you move your spirit around, you choose when you want to rejoin with it, and that's kind of how you traverse the terrain. So we've riffed on that idea in many different ways. The initial concept was just moving the spirit as a floating being. Then we got the concept of kind of like the hook shot mechanic, where based on the anchor and where you target it, you launch that way. We've got a mechanic that lets you like turn into a fireball and blow through walls. We've got one that ricochets and bounces all over the place, and you choose when to time that. And so like the more we've riffed on this spirit split and rejoin ability, the more differentiated I think we've become. And we even had a great opportunity last year at PAX where Noel Berry from Celeste came over to our booth and like checked us out. And we asked him, we were like, how do you feel about our game? And he's like, oh, this game is fantastic. Like, he gave it his endorsement, and we were like also trying not to like be too nerdy, like, oh my gosh, it's Noel Berry, you know, like freaking out. But that's kind of our shtick. That's what we're about.
Yeah, your number one question for him was, how do we make a Celeste? Could you please tell us?
How do we do it?
How do we make a literally perfect game? But I wanted to ask, precision platforming is kind of the bread and butter of it, but just playing it, I was not expecting it to be as puzzle platformer. It almost feels like there is a little bit of Portal DNA in there, a lot of resource management and that sort of thing. So instead of super Meat Boying up the level and just can you execute wall bounces and crazy tricks, you're kind of having to think in your head, okay, I have these items, I have these resources, how can I use them to best get through the level? What has it been like for somebody who's worked on the game to see the public take in these puzzles, and it kind of seemed like there was maybe a bit of freedom for them to express themselves on the canvas of the level themselves?
Yeah, it's interesting, like, we didn't intend to make a puzzle platformer when we started, but we were called that a lot. And we get nervous too, because we're like, well, if you're expecting hard puzzles, you're not going to get that. Like, it's usually something that takes maybe 20 to 30 seconds to be like, okay, I got it, now I got to execute on it. Watching people play it has been really like encouraging and powerful for the development process, because people do, like you said, take to it. They like using it as like expressing play through movement in it. And we like play test it over and over and over again and refine the levels to be more sight readable. We do all sorts of stuff like that as well. So it's been really exciting to just kind of see the reception, see people play it and break it in ways that we didn't originally design, and then go through, refine it, and say, oh, they broke it in a way we liked. Let's leave it in. Let's like refine it that way. So anyway, I'm kind of babbling, but
no, that's what we're here to do. I want to ask, on the topic of breaking the game, immediately playing it, I thought, man, speedrunning this would be incredible. I think the speedrunning community could really latch on to this. Was that something in mind, like when you guys were developing the game, like, oh, this would be really cool to see speedrun at some big event?
Yeah. That's it. No, we have a speedrunning community currently, even with the demo, which is kind of wild. Like, that's a temporary build on Steam, and sadly the leaderboards are going to be irrelevant when the game comes out. But yeah, that was absolutely something in mind. We've even built some speedrunning text into the game. So if you're like on our Discord server, you can find our little server there, and there's like 5 or 6 people. They've created like a Google Doc of all of the different speedrun text that they've discovered that we've built in. They've named them their own things and stuff like that. So absolutely part of like the type of community we'd like to reach out and target, I guess, the type of players we're looking for.
And when and where can we see it? It feels good, it feels polished. Where can people play it? When will they be able to play it?
We have a demo on Steam. Currently it's 2 hours of playtime right now, just for the demo. So you can find us on Steam, wishlist, play it there. We've got a devlog series on YouTube as well. So if you just look up O & Co Games, you'll find us there. That's it. Yeah, the Discord server is also going to be a good place if you want to talk to me directly. We're still small enough where if you want to talk to us, like, absolutely, I'll respond. So.
And any release plans? So you guys, before the end of this year, is it a next year thing? What's it kind of look like for you guys as a small team working on this?
We are done in January at the latest. So.
January at the latest, and platforms?
It'll come out on Steam and Switch day one. We're under contract to do that, so that is like our sim chip day. And then we're aiming for like PlayStation, Xbox after that as another porting thing. It's built in Game Maker, so the engine makes it pretty easy to port to consoles. And
excellent. Well, thank you so much, Jordan.
Thanks for taking time with me.